doing on YouTube. So if you're watching a replay, thank you. This is a live that I used to do on TikTok. I'll be bringing it back to TikTok when I come back on there. But I'm awakening myself to a new audience and trying to bring some of my audience here, even though I'm not actively doing it. Like, it's just like, if you follow me on all platforms, you know I'm on YouTube. So the way that I do my schedule live is I follow 5 subjects. I do my schedule, goals, my meal plan, my reading list, and my budget. I normally give myself about an hour and a half. I normally start at 10:30. It's currently 10:45 p.m. But I'm also laptop list. My mom is using the laptop right now. So, hey, Expression. So, I have to do everything pen and paper, which I normally do anyway. I normally play music, but I don't want any copyright issues on YouTube. So feel free to come in, Bob, work on your schedule with me, um, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna go over each section one by one. I also have some nails that I want to show y'all because I don't know if I said I was gonna do it once a month or once every other month, but I am trying to get into the press-on nail bag because I don't have the physical bag to go to the nail salon, and one way that I'm saving money is learning to be a DIY queen, and leaning on others who want to help. My friend graciously covered my hair. Hey Shayna, how are you? We're not reading tonight, we're doing a schedule live, but you made it. And I just have to apologize because I really didn't really formally tell my TikTok family that I was not going to be doing TikTok for 3 months. I was just kind of like, hey, bye. Hey Tony, how are you? So we'll be talking about all of the things. We talk about traveling, relationships, goals, etc. If you have any questions, this will kind of be like our catch up. If you have any, like, if you want to know any updates, just ask, and I'll try to answer all of your questions. Somebody was like, "You didn't even tell us you was leaving." I was like, I told the people who was on live when I was on live that I wasn't coming. So it was just like, if you wasn't on live, then you wasn't one of the people. I don't know what to tell you. But I did. I only found out earlier today when I saw your bio. Yeah, I was hoping that some people would eventually read the bio and be like, follow me on YouTube and Snapchat. It said it. It said it. Okay, sidebar, y'all. I got this video that's going viral on Facebook. And it's really hard for me. Thank you, Julie. It's really hard for me to like not delete negative comments because I try to keep the negativity away from my positive audience as much as possible. And a lot of people are like, oh, you be deleting negative comments. You don't like critiques, so you don't want to know the truth. Why do I want somebody being mean to me? Like, make it make sense. Like, why do I want to welcome in somebody being mean to me? I don't give a care about this person's opinion. Like, why do you feel like you need to say what's on your mind to me? You could have literally kept scrolling. You could have blocked me, etc. And y'all know I be dealing with this on my last live. Like, I'm aware that I am on social media and I put myself out there. But like, everybody wasn't raised, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Some people be taking it as their golden moment, or they take it as a way to like, I've never seen like a community of people round about to talk about somebody. And y'all supposed to be adults. These are the new adults. Like, there's this one guy, I don't really know too much about him, but when you go to his page, all he do is talk about other people. I've had people tagging other people in my videos to talk about me. Like, how dare you? But let you say something about their kids, their mama, their sister, their brother, they be ready to fight. Oh, how hypocritical are we? Yeah, I was heartbroken. I'm sorry. I mean, I had to take some time away. I'm currently listening to chapter 4 of one of. Yay! Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm just gonna say that it took us a long time to get through it. Like, you know how on TikTok, or maybe it's just the type of books he was reading. Hey, Coach Me. Wait, no, Coach. Hey, Coach. um, I don't know if it's because, like, with the Freedom of Fatty books, we be, like, ready to find out what's happening. We be on the edge of our seats. With this one, it was, like, you knew it was a suspense, kind of like light thriller. Coach Mean Read. Okay, because it wasn't no, underscores, and I didn't know how to break it up. Hey, Can't Handle the Truth. So, it felt like it took us a while to through it, and you will see the last 10 chapters of the book, like chapter 75 to 85, 75 to 85, it just wraps it all up, and you're like, oh. So I would have rather listened to the book. I didn't want to read it, but I was already in it. Just scrolling, but hate to hear you get hate. Seems like a such. I am a nice person. And I feel like it really don't matter if my teeth are jacked up or that I was fat, because I literally watched this young lady I follow, and she was talking about being an influencer in 2026. And she was like when I put my stuff online, they talked about my teeth, and her teeth look nice. They talked about my teeth, the way I talk, they scrutinized my relationship. So it really don't matter what you look like or what you're doing. People gonna find something to latch on to. Raymond says you're always full of drama. Either you got me confused with somebody else, or this your first time here. I don't be dealing with drama. If drama finds me, drama wanted to be there, and drama can leave expeditiously. So if you feel that way, you being the drama can leave expeditiously, or you can get removed. That's how I deal with stuff. I follow you on TikTok. Thanks so much. I get it, and I really appreciate you for reading to us. I really appreciate it too, and I was worried that was going to be a lost form. I did take my reading goal back. I'm only doing 75 books, but so far, which I'll tell y'all the books that I read this week as we're getting into the weekly schedule. I only have 75 books that I want to read for this year. Yeah, they would talk regardless. Like, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thanks, preacher. And like, even with that, like, I have people that give me compliments. Like, I always told myself I was beautiful. I really didn't give a care what nobody else thought. Like, you don't have to like me. You don't have to love me, right? Hey, the jam out. But like, when people would genuinely give me compliments, I would always be on the defense mode, because I'd be like, is there like some underlying tone to that? Like, is you trying to be funny, or you actually trying to be genuine? So I just act like they trying to be genuine, and I say thank you. If you're just joining, my name is Diamond Denisha, aka DD, also known as DD Says So. I just calculated, I have 375,000 followers across all of my platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I think Snapchat or something like that. And my following don't mean nothing, because I'm like a beginner out here in these. But I decided to take a hiatus from TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook to focus solely on YouTube, because I want to be monetized. YouTube is where you make the most money. So I will be going live every Sunday, doing a schedule live, which I'll get more into that. But the first part of the live, I like to catch up and like answer questions. If you're curious about my teeth, you can keep them questions to yourself. And I know, and I understand it. People gonna be curious, but one thing that I learned is that curiosity killed the cat, or the cat killed her curiosity. So you can be curious all you want to. You're gonna be left on red. Like, I don't need to prove myself to nobody. I don't need to explain myself to nobody. If you feel a certain way about you, I don't need to persuade you not to feel about it. Like the young man, he was like, if you feel a certain way about me, who am I to change your mind? Like, why would I be going out of my way to change how you feel about me? Keep feeling it. Like, that ain't the way I feel about myself. So, but anywho, I feel like I always come on here preaching. Like, I don't mean to. It's just like, or like if my voice is elevated, or if I'm using my hands, it feels like really theatrical or over dramatic. It's just like me expressing myself through the way that I talk. So sweet and blessed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Exactly. I feel the same way. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So let me get myself together, because I am a paper girly. I want to be talking about some of the things that I do to prep and get ready for the week. So if you were here last week, I had mentioned that for the longest, I was printing out these blank weekly sheets. It goes from Monday to Sunday, where I would write in my work schedule, my gym schedule, the things that I would cook, everything that I do separately, I would put it on here. And then someone got me something off my Amazon wish list, which is a weekly planner. So I no longer have to do this sheet anymore. I just put everything in here. So it goes from Monday through Sunday, just like I like it. It has a to-do list. It has your priorities. It has a note section. It has a habit tracker. So mostly on my habit tracker is stuff that I plan on making a habit, like making breakfast, going to the gym, making coffee. And when I say coffee, I use a mushroom coffee. So I had Rise mushroom coffee, and then I started using the secondary one. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna have to find it. And I'm just basically using it to run out. Like, Rise mushroom coffee is $45, but I do got a referral code. I don't know what it is. It's either like use the code D and you get like 10% off at checkout. But one of the things that I plan on doing during my hiatus from the other platforms is really honing in on those collaborations or things that I had that I didn't know. Like I got a collaboration with Rise, so I have my own affiliate link and I have my own referral code. I have an affiliate link and referral code for BT Art Box Nails, Royal Bread, Wayfair. So it's like a lot of stuff that I normally miss in my email and stuff because I'm worried about creating 2 to 3 videos a day, which is benign. Like who got that? I don't know how I had that kind of time in the world. For those who don't know, I'm a secretary at a hospital for the inpatient psych department. I work 40 hours a week. I was probably given 20 plus hours outside just on social media, and it's not something that I was creating a lot of revenue from. Now mind you, I do social media because it makes me happy. I was doing it before you can get paid. I was doing it on Facebook. I was going live and different things, and now I want to take a step back to find out the ways that I can monetize my platforms, and not like in a salesy pitch like you have to buy this, you have to do this. Even though I do notice that a lot of people do use social media to segue to their business, I'm not an entrepreneur girly. I've never wanted to do social media full time. Part time would be nice. If there's a way that I can make my income on social media that I get with my personal job, I would definitely leave. But I'm not there yet. But that is my mission, to try to find out how to navigate that and then come full force and from April to December, because I'm taking a 3-month break, even though I'll be posting like little snippets of videos on the apps. Like I'll be posting and getting off. I'm not taking another break after this, so I better enjoy it or try to, because it's been eating me up. Like when you used to like being on social media every day, and it's not so much the posting part. I miss the community part. So that's why I'm trying to create the community part on my YouTube. A lot of people that do follow me from TikTok are remembering like, hey, she is on YouTube, so they're segueing over. So I appreciate it all. But I said that because I posted my hair transition video on Facebook. I posted on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube here. It got 34,000 views on Facebook. The one time I post, I said it and forget it. Now I'm blowing up on Facebook. And then, you know, when you blow up, it comes with the territory. Of course, I have people talking about my teeth, and the song that I picked don't make it no better, because I use Snatch. So now we have people like, somebody need to snatch that tooth out your mouth and blah, blah, blah. And they had a little cunny jokes and they posting pictures and memes and different things. But this is like the one time where I'm just letting them have it, because I'm not on there. I'm not over there monitoring comments. Like I post my stuff or my little video and I get off. And I do get paid from Facebook. It's pennies. But let them keep commenting. Let them share it. Do what they need to do. And hopefully I get me a nice little check in February. That's all I'm saying. But anywho, let's get started, because I could talk all day. But welcome in to the newbies and welcome to the OGs. I'm glad to have you all here. And I talk a lot, so you have to forgive me. And I think I'm talking more to the fact that normally I would just play music and we can vibe. But I don't have the option to play music because I don't know if you get apart from get deemed for copywriting. SZZ says, keep doing your thing for real. Thank you. I was like, the only person that can make me stop is myself. And y'all wouldn't believe all of the positive. That's why I was like a little bit on the fence about taking this break, because I needed to take the break for me. I needed to, I don't know who's religious or not, but I needed to take the time also to put my focus on God. And the Bible verse that that's following me for January to March is keep you. Oh Jesus, I'll probably go mess it up. Matthew 6:33. Like basically, seek you first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you. I feel like a lot of the success or things that I wanted couldn't come if I didn't put God first. And while I am Christian, I go to church on Sunday, go to Bible class and things, that I have to like make it my personal mission to have a deeper relationship with Him. And I feel like I was blessed in a lot of ways, still am blessed, and still getting things and things that happen for me I couldn't even imagine. But I have to put Him first, and I have to like rid all the noise. Not like that social media was noise in a bad way, but it's a distraction. So I definitely have my routine with working out, my Bible devotion. I do it at least 3 to 5 days a week, and how I want to perceive and do social media my way when I come back in April. Sidebar: we are having a virtual vision board party this Saturday. We had one. It was January 11th, and a few people came, but a few people was mad because they missed it. A lot of people see me as the outgoing girl, always out doing something. But like in January, ooh Jesus, in January I'm in the house because I stay in Chicago and it's currently like 13 degrees outside. I ain't going nowhere unless it's work and I'm making myself get up and go to the gym because I don't want to just like stop going to the gym because it's cold, because I would get lax if days are cold, and that's what happened when I fell off in the past. Like, it's cold, I don't want to go to the gym, da da da. So I'm getting my schedule together. I'm learning to work the routines and the systems, etc., etc. So if you have any other questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat. Be nice. Be nice. Where are you from? I'm from Chicago, born and raised. In the house is where I spent most of my days chilling out, man. Growing up, I was an introverted nobody, and I don't like to call myself a nobody because everybody is a somebody. I was really to myself. I used to say that I was like a nerd. Like, I used to read all the books. I was in the science club. I just do a lot of stuff. Are you Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, or Slytherin? In my mind, I'm Gryffindor, but I'm probably like Hufflepuff. I really need to take the quiz. I'm gonna take the quiz one of these days. Yeah, I'm probably freaking Hufflepuff. Everybody want to be Gryffindor. I definitely ain't Slytherin. I bet you that. What are you? I'm not that innocent. Okay, so let me get all my papers together. Feel free to put more questions in the chat, and then I will ask y'all questions as well as I think of them, just to get the chat engaging. If you haven't already and you want to support, please give the live a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and we're gonna have some fun. I'm probably gonna be on live for about an hour. So there's that. I'm gonna plug in my phone. I am Lord, he who shall not be named. All right, I get you. I heard you. I'm normally used to having my laptop, but having a laptop, but the laptop was taken from me. Somebody else is using it. All right, so I really wish that I would have had one of my old ones because I'm so used to having that as a base. So we're gonna start off with books. Not Mr. Man. You hear how I'm not saying none of their names? We don't speak these people's names. Hey Charlene, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Thank y'all so much for liking. I really appreciate it. So when I did my schedule, I would go through, look at what days I worked, what days I chose to go to the gym. So I'll start that first. So as I mentioned, I work 40 hours a week, but my work schedule goes from Sunday through Saturday. So this every other week my schedule merges together where I work from Thursday to Tuesday. So it's 6 days straight. And we're currently in that now. So my next off day isn't until Wednesday. So I'm off Wednesday and I'm off Saturday and Sunday. Chicago is freezing. It is freezing. So one of the things that has helped me with being consistent with the gym is the fact that I have an accountability partner. Now, could I go to the gym by myself? Absolutely. But knowing that someone else is counting on me to go kind of gives me that extra push to go. And we tend to converse every Sunday. So kind of like how I prep for the week, she messages me. She's like, hey, what's the gym days for the week? Because I work every other Thursday morning. So this week, I do work Thursday morning. So my gym days is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't really want to go tomorrow because it's supposed to be, you live in Canada? Welcome in. It's supposed to be 6 degrees tomorrow. They can have that. So I am doing planks, sit-ups, push-ups. Plank, sit-ups, push-up. I feel like I'm missing something. Wall sit and squat challenge. So like every day it like enhances by 5. So when we started, I did like 10 push-ups. 10 squats, and it went like 15, 20, 25. So I have to catch up because I fell off. And that's what I be talking about. Like, if I don't get back on the horse gonna die. I'm from Chicago. So I am going to make time to do the workout challenge tomorrow, even though I'm not physically going to the gym, because I need to catch up. We normally do a recap. Let's do a recap. So this week, January 12th through the 18th, I'm gonna try to make this real quick. I did cook a lot this week. I made Mediterranean salmon, which that's not no nod to me because I went to Aldi's and they already had a season like that. So I did Mediterranean salmon, sauteed veggies, and a mashed sweet potato. Sauteed veggies were mushrooms, spinach, and onions. And then what we did was we bought a pound of the seasoned salmon, and then we bought a pound unseasoned, and we seasoned ourselves. So I made chipotle bowls. So I made cilantro lime rice, I made black beans, corn salsa, guacamole. I didn't have time to make chips. I was doing too much. Being intelligent will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your intelligence to count for something, to serve life, not death. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. I also made sweet potato waffle. I'm working on trying to make a fancy breakfast once every while. So whether it's making it a different waffle, like strawberry pancakes, doing like a stuffed French toast. I don't like cooking, but I like saving money. So we went grocery shopping. So I'm gonna cook this food. And that's just how I see it. Sweet potato waffle. And I also don't mind leftovers. Past 3 days, you can trash it. But like if I make something, I'm intentionally trying to make enough to last like 2 more meals, whether it be like lunch, dinner, lunch the next day, or something like that. I have this section I call date night, whether it's a friend date, whether it's a solo date, cousin date, etc. So this week we were supposed to have the book club. I was asleep. Plus, I don't think nobody would have came to the book club meeting anyway. I ain't heard nothing from nobody. And then I was supposed to go to the library Wednesday, but it was cold. And my motto is, if I don't have to go out, I'm not. So I had no reason to go out on Wednesday other than to go to the library. So I didn't do that. YouTube video goes. See, that's why I need to do a recap, because it's giving me a reality check, because I didn't do nothing I was supposed to do. I didn't post the video on Wednesday, and I don't know why, because I didn't go nowhere, so I had plenty of time to do it. And I was supposed to post a vlog today. I post a vlog once a week on Sundays, but sometimes I do wait too late to edit, like I did this week, so the vlog will be posted tomorrow, and I will try to do the other video this week. My mom's birthday was yesterday, January 17th, so we all went out to a nice dinner for her. My mom knows that I'm financially struggling, and when I ain't got no money, I'm in a bad mood. When I got money, I'm jolly. And nine times out of 10, I still try to be positive. I still try to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But when I ain't got no money, it's just like, woe is me. So I do still want to do something nice for my mom. I wasn't able to get her a gift, but I do want to treat her to breakfast. So it's going to go on the credit card. I'll pay it off when I get a chance, but you only get one mom. And I know people that wish they could spend time with their mom, talk to their mom, hug their mom. So it's just like, even if I just wind up getting like a coffee and letting her eat breakfast, like I really want to do something for her. So I'm taking her to breakfast tomorrow. Now I ain't gonna get up and go to the gym, but I'm gonna go to breakfast. Make that make sense. Don't judge me. It's a method to the madness. Books that I read. I love reading. It used to be, and I feel like I'm talking a lot. So if you have something to say, I am reading the comments out loud if you're being respectful. And I just feel like I'm talking a lot because ain't no music playing. But I have the book club. Since I'm on hiatus from the other apps, I'm also on hiatus from the book club. So we're going to take a break from January through March, and we'll bring back the book club in April when I come back on live, when I come back on social media present more regularly. But I'm still doing my own personal reading. So I have like kind of tapped into the psychological thriller bag, where someone has kind of been unalived and you're like reading to find out who did it or why the person did it or something like that. So I read this book called Parents Weekend by Alex Finlay. This is my first book by this author. Heard a lot of good things about him, so I wanted to dive into it. It was about like some kids who went missing during Parents Weekend. All of their parents came together from different walks of life. We had a divorced couple, married couple, single parent, and the kids went missing. They was trying to figure out why they went missing. Someone was unalived. They was trying to figure out who unalived. So I thought it was a pretty good book. The Mad Wife. I think by Megan. I can't think of her last, Megan Norman or Clark or something like that. That was decent. One of Us is Dead. So if you like to listen to people read, I used to read every day on TikTok, at least Monday through Friday. Now I'm bringing the reading lives here, reading as much as I did on TikTok. I'll probably be reading once every other week. We read One of Us is Dead. So there's about, I think it's 8 parts, and you can watch all of the replays on my live playlist under live videos. And then I'm trying to get back into baking. I used to bake a lot in 2021, so I made some carrot cupcakes this week, and I'm in my practicing era because I have made a few things that didn't go so well, and one of those things was the carrot cupcakes. I think I overfilled them, and then that caused them to like kind of bubble up, and it overflowed. And I'm just gonna have to practice a little bit more with that recipe for cupcakes. But I do make a mean carrot cake. So the flavor was there, everything was there. It's just like I ain't gonna get into that. So that's a little recap of this week. And now we're gonna get into this upcoming week. Oh, I was supposed to go to the gym for 4 days this week. I only made it 3, but that's still good with me. I tend to wash dishes daily. I did create a short every day this week. So proud of me. I did make coffee at least 5 times this week. 4 times was a mushroom coffee and 1 time regular coffee, and it came out nasty. So I'm just gonna stick with the mushroom coffee. I cooked 5 days this week. Why? Okay, we made the salmon on Monday. We made, well, technically, oh yeah, we made salmon again. Oh wait, saute veggies. I made an omelet. That was good. And all of this stuff you will see on my YouTube vlog tomorrow. I am trying to implement more cooking and baking stuff in my vlogs because people like, we want to see cooking videos. Wednesday I made the salmon. Thursday I made the chipotle bowl, and then Friday I made the sweet potato waffles. So I wasn't trying to cook for 5 days, but that's just how it is. So we're going to do the same thing with our habit tracker. This time we're going to be more realistic. I'm going to put 3 days for the gym. Got to create a short. So my goal is to create at least 1 short every day, but I've been writing 4 or 5 just to not get myself too hyped up about it, because technically I was only supposed to do 1 short every other day, but since I have more pressing goals for YouTube, I'm gonna try to stick to the once a day. I have it to cook 3 times this week, which we'll talk about what those meals are. Make coffee 4 times this week, because I'll make coffee Monday through Thursday, but something about that Friday, and I think it's because Friday is like my sleep-in day, I won't like press myself to make coffee. And yeah, we don't have to do any laundry this week. Okay, so my meal plan. How did you like the sweet potato waffle? I honestly thought it was going to be sweeter than what it was, but I'm glad that it wasn't, because I was still able to put syrup on it. But when you see it that I made it, everything was good. Like I used the flour. It had cinnamon and nutmeg, but I tried not to go like too overboard. I really enjoyed. I really like, and I kept the recipe because that's my thing. I'll make something, lose the recipe, and then forget that I made it. So, or forget how I made it. So I'm trying to be more proactive with like keeping the recipes with me. So we got a crab grilled cheese. I did find some imitation crab from one of the grocery stores near my house, and I wanted to experiment with it. And I seen this video of like a crab grilled cheese, which I thought was different. It also had like a crab bisque, but I'm not gonna try to make the bisque. I'm just gonna do the crab grilled cheese. Sausage biscuit and gravy on Tuesday. That'll be my breakfast meal this week. So last week I did sweet potato waffles. This week it'll be sausage biscuit and gravy. I do like to have some cheat meals on the days where I don't feel like cooking. So Wednesday is probably going to be, we got like some cheese sticks from Aldi's. Every now and then I'll get like a little frozen meal, like whether it's like mozzarella sticks, egg rolls, or something like that. what did we get? Crab cakes one day just to try something different. Another lazy meal that I'm doing is I'm doing turkey sandwiches and chips, and I have to find out what I'm going to make on Friday. I haven't decided that. Date night this week, which I'm really excited. I have my first friend date of the month and of the year. Normally I would go out with one of my good guy friends. We would go out to breakfast, but he has been having some financial issues. I admitted that I had some as well. Now, mind you, I will put something on the card in a minute, but I am trying to be more conscientious because I'm trying to pay down $3,000 of credit card debt. Why am I on credit card debt? I add you because my job shut down for 6 weeks, and I was already the water was already to my nose. So when my job shut down, it's like the water's here. So I'm barely making it, and I'm being very vulnerable and sharing because I have no shame in my game. We've all been in places where we wish we could do better, and that's what I'm doing by cutting expenses like eating out, cutting expenses like I don't have to worry about paying to get my hair done because somebody gets my hair done. So one of my big comebacks, I tell people, and they was like, "Oh, you should get your teeth fixed," or they say something like, "Oh, you can get your hair done, but you can't get your teeth fixed." I was like, I probably could get my teeth fixed, but considering the debt that I'm already in, I ain't trying to add to it. And if you want to pay for it, my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal has always been open. So people be so quick to have something to say, but like my Cash App be dry. So I'm like, if you're not paying my bills and you not handling my day to day, why you so worried? Way people be acting like you would think that like they get, some of them probably get paid to talk about people, but you would think that they get paid to put other people down, worried about somebody else and how they live their life. But anywho, I didn't really want to go on any solo dates because I normally like save the solo dates to the summer. So if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I like pride myself on finding free or cheap things to do in Chicago. Cheap to me is under $35, and I bumped it up. It used to be under $30 because I feel like you don't have to have a lot of money to have a good time. You just gotta have the right mind. Hello. There was this event. It was something that I was splurging for because I've heard of the event in the past and I'm really excited for it. It's called First Bites Bash. It's kind of like a prelude to Restaurant Week. So Chicago has this event in Chicago called Restaurant Week for like 2 weeks. There are like 500 plus restaurants that participate. They give you a 3-course meal of $30 for brunch or lunch and $45 or $60 for dinner, and it's like higher end restaurants where like their entree is $45 by itself. So you're kind of like getting a deal. You get to check out these restaurants that may have been on your wish list that have been a little bit more than you would like to pay. So you get a chance to experience for a lower charge. Hey Birdie, in this event, you get to try 70 plus restaurants that's going to be participated, and you get like free, well, it's not free, it's included. You get free alcohol, non-alcoholic, you get spirits, beer, and you get to try food from 70 restaurants. Honestly, I'm not going to try all 70 because like by restaurant 20, I'm probably going to be full. But I am definitely going to be eating very light that day and like keeping myself famished so that I can try as much as I can. I will take pictures and I will try to create a video for you all to watch. The books that I plan on reading this week. The first one is called 1 Week Later. So there's this app that I use called NetGalley, which if you like to read books or you've been like trying to look for free books, NetGalley is a website where you can get access to ARC copies, which is ARC books, advanced reader copies. So technically you get access to the book before its release date. This book in particular is going to be releasing on Tuesday. So I want to finish the book by Tuesday so that I can give my review on Tuesday to kind of boost the ratings for the book. I do have 2 other books on the lineup, but they don't come out until later in the year. The second book that I would like to read this week is called Mrs. Wiggins by Mary Monroe. Mary Monroe wrote the book God Don't Like Ugly, which I didn't read as either, but this will be my first book by Miss Mary Monroe. Mrs. Wiggins was on my list last year, and I just never got around to it. It's also like the first book in a series, so I'll probably try to read the rest of the books in the series. We'll see. And the third book that I plan on reading is The Housemaid's Watching, which is like a short novella that you are supposed to read after The Housemaid's Secret. which I didn't know that came out. So I already read books 1 through 3. They said you can read it after book 3. It won't really make a difference. I did go see The Housemaid when it came out in theaters. Absolutely love it. I do recommend go see it if you want to. And then the next thing I have to find out is if I make something this week. And I think this week I'm going to make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. That's looking like the move. So I know what I want to cook this week, minus whatever we're cooking on Friday. I have the 3 books that I want to read, the 1 thing that we want to bake, and then my YouTube goals, which will be to post the vlog that was supposed to be posted today. And also make sure that I post the vlog that's going up this week on the day it's supposed to be posted, which is next Sunday, which is the 25th. And then to post the recap video. So essentially you'll be getting 3 videos on YouTube this week if I keep up with my commitments. Also, because a few people have come in since I announced it earlier in the live, thank you so much for joining. We are having a virtual vision board party this Saturday, January 24th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's gonna be about 3 hours, more or less, hopefully less, because I be tired. The theme for this year, a lot of people that joined the first one, we're doing bingo boards. So if you want the template, I can get you a template. It's basically you have 24 spaces and you write little goals like take a walk or like run a marathon, get out of my comfort zone, go on a date, drink more water. Just find like 24 activities that you want to do. Obviously the one in the middle is free space. And you try to get bingo. Either you can get the whole board or just try to get in line, because I did it last year. I did not get bingo at all. So I switched up some of my goals and made bite size. And then like I was on the fence because I wanted to get outside my comfort zone and put stuff that would cause me to get outside my comfort zone. That's what I did last year, and that didn't work at all. Like I put stuff like have a photo shoot, attend a social media. So it was just like certain stuff that I knew that probably I would be better off doing, but like I didn't feel like I could do it. So I put stuff that I feel like I could do so I can get bingo. Okay. So again, yeah, that's the 24th. If you want to attend, you can just send me an email, ddsaidso@gmail.com. I'm gonna try to put my, I don't think I can write comments. If you can, I don't know where to find it. Okay. Anywho, ddsaidso64@gmail.com. And then you could, I'll send you the link and you can join us on Saturday. So this is where I'm going to take time. We're going to have about like 5 minutes just so that I can write in everything that I just word vomited to you all. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat. I'm going to do a 5-minute timer. I shouldn't need 5 minutes, but Okay. So we're doing breakfast with my mother. Yeah, because I be sleeping in. I don't think I'm gonna. I do have a little bit of leftover. So remember I told you I was gonna make the crab grilled cheese on tomorrow. I'm probably gonna push that back, and then I do have some leftovers. I like to eat the leftovers. So I made a Chipotle bowl. I think it was Thursday. So I have like some beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, lamb, ham, hog, mug, green, bean, you name. No, I have some beans, corn, fajitas left over, so I could just like add some lettuce, salsa. I would do like a little taco salad. Hey Velvet, thank you so much for joining. So that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll do a little taco salad. Tuesday, we're going to try to go to the gym at 4:30. And then we are going to be baking. We're going to make the chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. And we're going to do the sausage biscuit and gravy. If you're just joining and you wondering what's going on, my name is Diamond Denisha, aka Didi, also known as Didi Said So. And every Sunday, well, I'm gonna try to do it every Sunday unless I'm out of town. At between 10:30, 10:45, 11, I'm going to go live here on YouTube, and I'm going to kind of like go over like what helps me get organized and together for the week. Kind of go over my schedule, allow you all to ask questions, get updates, etc. And I will post a replay. So if you ever be like, oh, I work Sunday or something, or you want to support, because when you all rewatch my lives or watch my videos, I obviously get watch hours for that. So thank you for being here. Sausage and biscuit gravy. Because sometimes I do be like, I be holding tight to my bed, writing down what I have to do kind of puts me in line. So at least if I kind of oversleep or I like snooze my alarm a little bit, when I wake up, I'm like, I like write down my content schedule, like, hey, you have to do your video for the 2025 recap goals. And then like, if I do the video one day, I can edit it the next day. So we'll probably shoot for shooting the video on Tuesday and editing the video on Wednesday and posting it. So tomorrow I'm going to do the outline for the video. On Tuesday, I'm going to record the video. And on Wednesday, I'm going to edit it and post it. Okay, on Wednesday, I go to the gym, come back home, take a nap, and then we're going to get up. And then we're going to edit the YouTube video, and we're going to post it. Well, we're gonna edit it and do the description, and then we'll post it later. Birdie, how was your weekend? Then we're going to post it. We're gonna go to the library. I do have Bible class on Wednesday, so I'm gonna write Bible class down. Thursday I work in the morning, then I have the event Thursday night. Friday we're gonna try to do gym 4:30. And we're gonna do gym 4:30 on Wednesday. And then after we come home from the gym, we're gonna take a nap. So that's why I go so early, because I come home and I definitely take a nap. Friday, I don't know where we're gonna cook. Maybe Friday I'll make the crab grilled cheese. Then I work that weekend. We got the vision board party, and Sunday I'm off Sunday too, so I'm definitely going to church. But I think they're having an event Sunday evening. Sunday after church for my pastor. And there you have it. Okay. We finished the book on One of Us is Dead. We finished it on Friday. Shout out to Shayna listening to the replay. We were supposed to have book club today. That didn't happen. So I am a repetitious type of girl, so I'm just going to write some of these things over again. So when I was like doubling, this was my work schedule, and then I was writing everything over again on a blank page. This is my regular schedule, which is pretty much my work schedule and any other like things that I fill in. So So gym this week is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. If I am lazy Friday, I'm going to have to make myself go to the gym on Saturday or Sunday. That's my goal. Like I try to like make all of my gym days in the front, but clearly going to the gym back to back, unless you're just used to going to the gym every day, it can be tiring. And like some days you just be like, I don't feel like going today. And I'm like not pressuring myself to do something that I don't want to do. Like I'm creating that routine and I'm building the discipline, but like sometimes you fall short. So I did make it 3 days this week. So I'm hoping I can make it 3 days again next week. Content schedule. I'm posting one short a week. One short a day on YouTube. I try not to think about the video that I'm gonna post, but naturally, if I do something today, like say for instance, I went to go get a coffee, I will record my interaction going to get the coffee, and that will be the short for the next day. So I'm trying to get myself into the routines, systems, patterns, and stuff, so that when I come back full force on, in April, then I'll kind of have like a schedule. Opinion. Do. All right, I have been doing it every Tuesday. So Tuesday is definitely a day that I plan to like have already have something. I've been talking about a rebate app. So I used to coupon about, I think I stopped couponing like 3 or 4 years ago. My car had gotten stolen and I just lost all of the will to like go anywhere. The only place that I really went was I went to work. Like I stopped seeing my God's order. Like I stopped driving other than anything but going to work and going home. So my love for coupon never died, but like my will to go did. And last year it was like one of my goals on my bingo board to start back couponing, which I didn't. So while I do want to start back couponing this year, I'm not verbally or I'm not physically making it a goal. Like if I get into it, okay. If I don't, okay. So that's how I'm looking at that. So I talked about Fetch Rewards, which is an app you can take pictures of your receipt, you get points, you get gift cards, and I also talked about Upside, which is an app where you can get cash back for buying gas. So this week I'll have to find out what the app is going to be for this week, and I'm going to do this every week, January through February. So some of the apps that I'm going to be talking about, I just downloaded it this year, so I'm trying it out. But some of them like Fetch, Upside, and a few other ones that I'll be mentioning this month, I've been using for a long time, so I can like tell you about it. So I'm going to be downloading them back on my phone regularly, besides Fetch and Upside because it's already there. Like apps like Ibotta or Shopkicks, Flues, etc., etc. So you can learn more about them as well. So I have the video that the short that I want to do for tomorrow, which is Monday, and the short that I want to do for Tuesday, and then like I'll figure out what I'm gonna do Wednesday through Sunday. See, that's why you gotta look, because on here it says shrimp tacos for Tuesday, but shrimp tacos is not on this list. So, we're definitely doing leftovers. Also my goal to make a new soup every week. So the first full week of January, it was pumpkin soup. That was an epic fail, but I still ate it because we don't waste food over here. I just feel like it was something else that I could have done to it, and I didn't know what that was. So we'll cross that bridge if we ever get back to it. And then this past week was supposed to be the bisque, but I just realized that I didn't make it. But I definitely wrote down that I'm making taco soup on the 27th. Tuesdays is my good cooking days because I can go to the gym, come home, sleep, and then when I wake up, because I'm not worried about posting a video or 2 to 3 videos. Kayla, if you're asking me, can you ask the question? I feel like the question's going to be rude, but I'm going to say, yes, you can ask the question, but I'm going to choose whether I choose to answer it. So I guess we're going to be making the soup next week. Okay. And then like other little breakfast fillers is like boiled eggs, grits, toast, oatmeal, smoothies, stuff like that. Soup it is. Soup. Soup. So really sidebar, I like to do story times in the middle of my lives as well. So last I think maybe it was like last year. I think I told y'all, well, probably not YouTube, but I told them about this friend or associate that I had that like I really tried my hardest to like hang out with this person and make it work, but they kept giving me the give me the runaround, and I just like chalked it up to like me and this person would never hang out. So they added me on Snapchat, and lately anybody who's been adding me on Snapchat, I just add them. Like if they a troll, if they a bot, I find out afterwards. But I just add them because I'm trying to like get more traction on Snapchat. And I made a post was like I have friends that leave me every year. Hopefully these two don't leave me. And she was like, "Oh, but you left me." And I was like, I don't even know who she is. And then when she told me who she was, I was like, girl, you left me. Kayla says, have you ever been severely depressed or do you suffer with depression? I did in high school. Thank you so much for asking that question. I do like to talk about hard topics on my live because one thing about it is you're never alone. It may feel like you're alone, but 9 times out of 10, there's another person because there's too many people in the world for somebody else to not be going through what you're going through, unless it's kind of like a rare condition you was born with or something of that nature. But I didn't think I was pretty. I was a quiet girl. All of my friends had dudes, and I didn't have a boyfriend. I was a virgin, saving myself to marriage. I didn't cuss. I didn't drink. I didn't party. I didn't stay out late. I never felt like I was ugly, but cause my parents like did they due diligence, like, oh, you're so beautiful and stuff like that. So I never looked for validation in other people to tell me that I was beautiful, and I still don't now. Thank you. Um, but I do remember going through, and I never could understand it. Like, how could you be depressed or how could you be going through it in high school? Like, all you had to do was go to school. But it's like as an adult, I didn't start getting bullied until I was an adult, and it was always on cyberbullying. Like no one in their right mind as an adult would like physically bully you to your face. People are so bold and they got so much to say online, which I get it. Whatever what they say. I don't know what they say, but hey, big butter. But yeah, I definitely had a period during that time, and I was very active. I've always been pretty active, even when I was more so introverted in high school. I don't know, and I really don't remember how I got through it. I just have to say God, because like without Him, um, I've never wanted to unalive myself. Well, no, I never made a plan to unalive myself. I definitely wanted to. Um, and I think we all, I ain't gonna say we all, because ain't nobody just like, hey, I don't want to be here today. But I think we all have had that feeling of like, what would it be like if I wasn't here no more? Like, would they even miss me? Would they even care that I'm gone? Etc., etc. And I feel like my life has never been that bad that I didn't want to be here anymore. Like, if I, like the debt that I'm in now, that's like, I feel like it's taking over me. I am learning to process it differently because am I going on a trip next month? Yes, I am. Will that debt be here when I get back? Yes, it will. I feel like you gotta just have like community around you, which was really difficult for me because I always loved people. I always wanted to have a lot of friends, be really outgoing, connect with people. But I feel like they didn't like me the same way that I liked them, or they weren't there for me the same way that I was for them. And I ain't gonna talk too much on this. I don't want to linger on it, but yeah, I've definitely been there before, and I will say that I've had bouts of sadness throughout my life since then, but it's never been like that bad. Like, cause depression, like, and like depression looks different for everybody. Cause like you could see somebody, they could be cleaning their house and you thinking they got everything all together. And that's why we never try to idolize people who are on social media, because just as much as these people got the boldness to talk about me and say what they want to say online, they don't know what I'm dealing with off camera. They just see whatever I show them. So you can see somebody cleaning their house, you can see them taking care of their kids, but you don't see them when they cry in their bathroom at night, or like when they're not eating, or when they've been in the bed for 12 hours. Like, I don't feel like you can learn something about somebody's life from a 60-second clip. And you don't have no reason to be judging nobody else for the way that they live life, or the things that they're doing, if you're not actively in their life. And even if you are actively in their life and you're not trying to do nothing to help them, like, you judging them ain't gonna do nothing different. So thank you for the question. And we pretty much done. I'm going to go over this one thing that I go over every year. Every week. But first, I'm going to ask y'all, where y'all traveling to? As much as I be talking about financial struggles, like if a plane is on there for $140, I'ma book it. How it's gonna get paid for it, I don't know. Thank God for Afterpay. I am going to Atlanta next month, so if you live in Atlanta, you know someone that lives in Atlanta, or you've been to Atlanta, you want to write in the comments what some things you did when you went to Atlanta. Let me know, because I'm the itinerary girly, like club, another club. So that's gonna be my first trip of the year. I didn't want to do anything in January because this is like, I feel like January is never like the new year for me. I feel like the new year for me don't start to April. I feel like the first 3 months is like a trial. You get to like fill out the new year, see if you really want to be here, what it's looking like. Plus it's cold. It's like the winter season. So it's like by April, it's turning around to like spring. Daylight saving time has happened. You really get to like kind of like blossom and stuff like that. So that's the first trip of the year. I am going with Erica. If you've been here before, you follow me from TikTok, you know Erica is my travel girly. We have started Said So Travel Group. I say Said So because I'm going, but like it's literally been like me and Erica. But I'll do a story time. Then we're going to end with how to save money on groceries, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about my budget. I'm just gonna go over it, tell you how I do my budget, and then we're gonna get out of here. So I met Erica on TikTok in 2021. 2022. At the time I was talking about like not like I didn't mind getting on the plane and going somewhere by myself, but I didn't want to stay by myself. I didn't want to do stuff by myself. So I would get on the plane, but like 9 times out of 10, if you see a travel vlog, I'm with somebody else. Even if I don't show the other person or you don't hear me talking about the other person, unless I said I went by myself, which only happened one time, I'm with somebody else. So I had started talking about it. I think what happened was I started talking about it in 2022. I was like, hey, I want to go to Atlanta. I went this year. I really loved it. Some things had transpired, and I wanted to like take a little girls trip. So Erica, I don't know how long she had been following me at that time, but she was like, I really want to go too. Georgia, I can drive down. And I'm like, okay. So I pitched it to TikTok. I was like, anybody want to travel with us? Let us know. I know there's other people that like wouldn't mind traveling to a new place, but they don't want to go by themselves. And that's kind of why we started it or whatever. So there was another young lady. Her name is Alice. We're going to call her Alice. Alice was like, yeah, I'm so excited. I want to go with y'all. I can't wait to go. Now, mind you, this was 2022. So COVID was not extinguished, but it was still lingering. Like people were still wearing masks around this time. So Alice had got sick. But Alice stayed at home thinking it was a little common cold and she was going to treat herself and everything was going to be good. A week before the trip, Alice goes to the doctor and finds out not only does she has COVID, but she has the flu as well and cannot go on the trip. Now this spikes a lot of panic because now we're moving from what was supposed to be 3 people to 2 people, and I think that was like the saving grace for us because we learned that people are going to cancel and life happens because it happened a couple more times as I continue this story. Um, um, so we still like just made the plans to go. We hit it off. Erica's pretty easygoing, so like I had kind of like a little itinerary because like I didn't like bust out with the itinerary because it's my first time meeting her, but I definitely had things that I wanted to do while I was there. I can't really recall what we did because it was not so long ago, but I'm gonna just have to go back to the pictures. I know we went out to VVS Lounge Bar and we went to Milkshake Bar. We did a few things. So I was like, she pretty cool. Like I could see myself traveling with her. She cool. So we set up a trip to go to Orlando later that year in October because the goal for the girls trip was twice a month, like in the February, March, and then like September, October. So same thing happened. Had a young lady that was supposed to go with us in October. It was an unfortunate case that she ended up having to have a medical procedure that was like she couldn't get away from it. So that part wasn't her fault. And she backed out like a week or so before the trip. And it left us back in that same position because we had this big room where it was like fit like 4 people, and we was like it's just gonna be me and you, but I guess we go have space. During that trip I was able to meet Eva. Eva was one of my, I call her my TikTok fairy godmother, and I had a couple of them. She drove 3 hours to, she stays in Florida, but she drove down 3 hours to come spend some time with us, and she stole my earrings. She didn't steal them, but like, I know that she had leg problems, so Erica had drove, but I didn't want Eva driving all day, so I was like, if you don't mind me driving, I'll drive your car. And the earrings that I had were like the dangly ones, so I had took them off so I give my ears a break, and I left them like in her car, and she had them. I want to play this audio, but I don't know what it's gonna say. Oh, I have my headphones. I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be like listen worthy. I don't even know if this person meant to send me this audio. Over there interrupting our story time. So we had so much fun. We was like, we gonna do it again. Let's go again in February. Got back on TikTok, started promoting it again. Another young lady was like, hey, I love what you're doing there. I wanna go. And we was like, all right, no. What happened was it was 6 lovely ladies. There's a story of a lovely lady. So technically it was like 6 including me and Erica. It was the young lady that canceled us in October. We gave her another chance. It was another lady. Oh, it was 6. Another lady, she said she was gonna bring her daughter, and then it was another young lady who came. And everybody was like, oh yeah, I wanna go. Liza was like, hey, I can't come. I got somewhere else to be, and I can't do 2 trips back to back. Cool, I get it. She told me enough time. What happened to the other girl? The same young lady that canceled us in October, she came back in February. Again, not her fault, but it was just like giving like, hey ma'am, like what's going on here? 2 weeks before the trip, canceled, like, cause she was like really. And then the thing about it was, we planned the trip that week for her because she had scheduling issues. So it worked with everybody else's schedule, but we planned it for her. And that pissed me off. But I was just like, life be life. You know, what can we say? Thank you so much for the hearts. I didn't even know you could send hearts on the live. So we ended up going with this girl named Caroline. Caroline. As you can see, I switch up their names. One, because the people are, to my knowledge, the people are still alive. They can watch my videos at any time. Only they would know that I'm talking about them and be like, hey, I'm Alice. I was the girl that got sick. And like, I don't think they would tell on themselves. You know what I'm saying? But hey, whatever. So Caroline came. Caroline had a nice time. We went to Atlanta Breakfast Club. We went to here. We met up with people. We had a great time. And me and Caroline kind of kept in touch because I'm the type of person. Oh man, I'm the type of person that like I like if I just because we follow each other online don't mean that it has to stay online. I just guess I feel like I want a deeper connection with people offline, and more so for reasons like this because the people who are still connected to me are the people who like connect to me offline. Like the only people who like if you only follow me online, you're only going to be able to see what I show you online. But if you follow me in real life or we cool in real life, you'll get more updates or whatever. And then like my Discord people, they kind of get updates too. But anywho, I'm texting Caroline. I'm calling her, trying to check on her, see how she been, because I ain't heard from her. I ain't seen her. She ain't been on TikTok or nothing. I hope to God Caroline is still with us, but that's the only thing that I could think that would like why she would just like ghost me and stop talking to me. But it's not because I've had plethora of people ghost me and stop talking to me. Like I thought we was adults. Like I thought we was gonna use our words and say why we don't want to talk to somebody no more. But I ain't heard from Caroline since 2023. And I hope she's okay. Um, my bad. Let me stop looking at my phone. So, anywho, I'll be getting distracted if you're new here. So, anywho, 2025, we decided to go somewhere new because we had been to Atlanta twice. We getting tired of Atlanta. We didn't, look at us going back. Apparently, we ain't too tired. But, uh, I'm sorry. We decided to go to Seattle. We wanted to switch it up. Now, shout out to B. I'm using her real name because she's still in my life and she's still part of me. But if you see this 3 years down the road and like me and her don't talk, her name might be Beatrice or something like that. But for the sake of the story time, B was someone who followed me on TikTok. She's also in my Discord. And I got back on TikTok. I had said like, hey, well, y'all want to go? Anybody want to go? B was like, I'm down. But because B was like the only person that responded, and normally we had like a lot, we started with like 6 and went down to 3, I was on pins and needles because I was like, if she decides she don't want to go, what are we going to do? Man, this person keep texting me. So, but all of this ends well. We ended up going to Seattle, had a great time. So then we came back again. Now, I am still talking to this person, but I'm going to say her real name because she pissed me off. I don't know if she knows she pissed me off, but if she see this replay, she'll know. Now, and then again, I give grace because we have traveled twice together this time, but we are doing another girls trip. I'm gonna need people who's going on the girls trip. We need to either get a group chat or something because I don't want it to get too close. Because not like in my heart of hearts, I want to cancel it. Not because I don't want to see y'all, because I think one of the people going is in the live, so I want to make that known. I think it's just more so the financial thing that's bothering me, and knowing that this is going to be a more expensive trip because the flights are higher to go to where we're going. And I just need to, I don't know what the hotel is going to look like. But I'm going to find a way to get Lay to make us a group chat in a Discord and we can talk about it and get like on the same page. And I think it's mostly because I don't like to focus on another trip while I'm getting ready for one trip. I want to wait till after the Atlanta trip and then like, okay, let's get it together. And then let's get it together. And then we only got like a month left. So I want to get it together early. For real, for real. So, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, so, young lady was like, hey, I want to go on a trip. I can't go in March. Who's going to go in March? And that is weird. Maybe you're talking about the plane tickets. If not, please elaborate. But like, it was like $450 to go to Myrtle Beach, and it's like $300 to go to Charlotte. And I'm like, Myrtle Beach would have been a better option because at least I would have had a place for us to stay. Y'all know my situation. If you know, you know. But now it's just like, so she was like, I can't go in March. Let's go in April. Child, we switched it to April, and she's talking about some. I think I'm gonna sit this one out. No, the heck you not. No, you're not. I'm very understanding, and like I may be mad and stuff, but I don't stay mad long. I'm like, all right, cool. I understand it. You gotta sit this one out. But like we could have went in March, ma'am. I still kind of want to switch it to March, but I'm already going to Myrtle Beach in September, and I don't want to go to Myrtle Beach twice. Ain't even no reason for. You know what? The plane ticket. That was because I was like I would switch it to Myrtle Beach, but I don't know how far y'all stay from South Carolina. We're going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to make a group chat. We're going to talk about it today. Sorry, I'll be having side conversations with people. We're going to wrap that up. Nobody told me in the comments where y'all going. I see it's 13 people watching, so I guess we all staying at home. But if you stay in Atlanta, let me know. Don't wait till you start seeing videos and be like, oh, you should have went here. You should have did this. And it's like, no, tell me before I go. So tell me what to do with Atlanta. Now, sidebar, I really wanted to go to Atlanta Hawks game now. I used to be a basketball fiend back when I was like 14, 15, long time ago. And I just always wanted to go to a basketball game in another city. And I was like, ooh, the Hawks going to be playing the Hornets. Do I know any other basketball players? Heck, no. I don't even know the players for the Bulls, which is a Chicago team. So why I want to go so bad? Because I just want to go. So the last thing we're gonna do to wrap it up, I'm gonna talk about how to save money on groceries and then budget, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I can keep talking and talking, but we're not here for that. And there may be somebody watching the replay. If you made it this far and you're watching the replay, thank you. So there was this term that I coined. It's called IMG, which stands for Inventory, Meal Plan, and Grocery List, where basically you take inventory of your fridge, freezer, pantry, any food that you have in your house. You make a meal plan based off what you have at home, and then you make a grocery list based off your meal plan and your inventory. I wanted to do sausage, biscuit, and gravy. I looked in my inventory. I got sausage. My meal plan is sausage, biscuit, and gravy. My grocery list is like flour or biscuits or anything that I don't have. So you're essentially making a meal plan based off the ingredients that you have at your house, and the only thing going on your grocery list is to add to. Now, if you want to make a whole new meal and you ain't got none of the ingredients, obviously your grocery list will be longer. But the reason why you do inventory is it helps cut down on waste, because there's this thing that I learned at Chipotle. I worked there for 7 years. If you didn't know that I used to work at Chipotle, called FIFO, FIFO, which stands for first in, first out. So normally when I'm doing my fridge inventory, like an example, yogurt. If you have yogurt that expires in February versus yogurt that expires in March, I'm going to try to eat the yogurt that expires in February to cut down on waste and not just be randomly or like blindly grabbing yogurt. And now there's a chance I could have ate the other yogurt first. Now we wasting money. Another way that you can do is cut down on multiple buys, meaning that like I have peanut butter at home. While I have a list, I went to the grocery store, I had a list, but I didn't need it because I already had it at home. Another thing that it cuts down on is like impulse buying, because I try to tell people like when you making this plan, make your grocery list as thorough as possible. I don't care if it's like ranch seasoning packet. Like you need a ranch seasoning packet to make that taco soup, then it should be on your list, because what tends to cause us to spend more money is, unless it's like a dire need or something that you just forgot to put on your list, you don't need that Snicker bar as you're checking out. That on there and you're like, oh, it's just 70 cents. But if you're getting a Snicker bar every time you go to the grocery store, just put it on your list. Now you're getting ice cream. Oh, if you can avoid going to the grocery store with boyfriends / husbands and kids, I know it's not possible for everybody, but they tend to be the ones to make you spend more money, because you go in there, you supposed to get chicken nuggets, and now JJ didn't put ice cream in there. They didn't got some waffles. You're like, hold on, that ain't on the list. Your husband up there putting in a pack of pop. Hold on. Like, that's where I like to go. I mean, I go with my mom because we split the cost. But, like, I would never take my brother or my dad or somebody with me that I know is going to make me spend more money than I am, unless they paying for it. Like, if you pay for it, put whatever you want in the cart. But it be the main ones ain't got no money that we trying to add the most to. Yeah, we can address you by blocking you. Have a nice day. Be doing the most by adding stuff that nobody put in there. So I created this thing called inventory checklist. Now, if you want this, I can send it to you before I start charging money on Etsy. As soon as I learn how to find out how to work Etsy, I'm gonna be charging y'all $1 for this. Y'all be paying $1, $1.50, $2 for everything else. You're gonna pay $1 for this inventory checklist. But no, I made an inventory checklist based off of the items that me and my family frequent in our fridge and our freezer, and it's stuff like bacon, sausage, different meats we use, chicken, ground turkey, pork chops, and then our fridge, like our different condiments, mustard, mayonnaise, pickles, tartar sauce, and then other stuff like milk, butter, eggs, coffee creamer, like stuff that like fruits, veggies, stuff that we normally have. Now, why we got 7 salad dressings in there, I don't know, because me and my mom are the only one that eat salads. And, like, she feel like she needs to have every salad dressing there is. So she got Italian dressing, zesty Italian dressing, blue cheese, creamy blue cheese. Like ma'am, you don't need all those salad dressings, but I ain't buy it. So I ain't worried about it. I just count it, So I do inventory. I have like a have side and I have a need side. So this helps me when I'm creating my grocery list. I'll write down what we have. So that's not going on the grocery list if we already have it. I'm only writing on the grocery list what we need. Um, because I like wasting paper. I'm sorry, trees. I also created a meal plan ideas. So every now and then I like to switch it up and try something new. But pretty much I make so much stuff that like I will never make it twice in the same month unless I was craving it. So if I make taco soup this month, I'm not making taco soup again to next month. If I make it next month, I may not make it again in March. You know what I'm saying? So I broke that down into we got breakfast, smoothies, soups or salads, appetizers, lunch slash dinner, and dessert. And even like for the lunch slash dinner, I broke it up. Hey, Salma. I broke it up into like sections of proteins like chicken, ground turkey, salmon, shrimp, pork chops. So an example, for ground turkey, I can do bacon turkey burgers. I could do beef stroganoff, chili, taco soup, enchiladas, tacos, meatloaf, sloppy joes, stuffed bell peppers. So like I give myself a plethora. And just to have those ideas of stuff that I like and my family like, depending on who I'm cooking for. If you stay in a huge family, 4 and up, interview your family, see what they like. Sometimes you can make it a little bit easier, especially when you have kids. You can do like Taco Tuesdays, Sloppy Joe Fridays, Pizza Wednesdays, so that you kind of like don't have to think about what you have to make. But doing these steps helps you to kind of like have an idea of what you want to make. And just because just because I picked out what I want to make that week, I still have the freedom based off this list to change it. So I may take out ground turkey and decide I don't want to make bacon cheeseburgers no more. So I'm going to make meatloaf, and that's how I do my list. That's funny. And then the third step. Now step, then turn. Now step, then turn. It's the grocery list. So I have what I made. I have what I made, which is called a grocery master list. Not a, thankfully, probably unthankfully, there's probably some stuff I should be allergic to. But by the grace of God, there's nothing that I'm really allergic to. Now one thing that I don't really rock with like that is tomatoes, like because of the seeds. But like if you put like I still put tomatoes in my spaghetti, or I'll do like a pico de gallo, but like the seeds be getting to me. So you'll never see me make like a BLT. It'll literally be like a B and a L. It'll be a BL. And I don't want no BL sandwich. I don't want no bacon lettuce sandwich. Um But other than that, I broke everything down into sections because I'm very organized, and I typically shop at Aldi, so I know the layout of Aldi, so I can kind of be like, as soon as we walk in, we're going to see the fruits and the produce. And over this side is the snacks, the dairy here, so I kind of like know where everything is, and that's kind of like how I make my grocery list. So I have the master grocery list, and then I take everything from that and I make a current grocery list. And I know a lot of this may seem like a lot, but I don't do all of these steps in one day. I break it up. So the categories that I have for my master grocery list is fruits, produce slash veggies, dairy, meat slash seafood, frozen foods, bakery and bread, canned item, drinks, pasta slash rice, bacon and spices, condiments and snacks and crackers. And that's kind of like what I follow when I get ready to go grocery shopping. Do anybody have any questions about saving money on groceries or like anything that I mentioned? And just a couple of tips. Again, make sure that you have a list. Stick to the list so you can avoid impulse buying. Do these steps: inventory, meal plan, and grocery list, so that you see what you have, because you can't find out what you need till you see what you have. Like even if like having a meal plan doesn't mean that you have to stick to that. You can switch it up, but having an idea of the stuff that you kind of want to make lets you be able to know um what's on your grocery list. Another tip that I don't always talk about, because it like we don't really go for the sales, but if there's a sale, it's nice. Most grocery store sales, weekly sales ad goes from Wednesday to Wednesday. So you can check your grocery store weekly sales before you go grocery store shopping. So like maybe they got bell peppers on sale for 30 cents. So you'll decide to get bell peppers instead of broccoli, because broccoli is $2.39 this week. And then that way you can kind of like get an idea of what you want to make. And then what you could do is, if they have certain stuff on sale, like they got cream of mushroom on sale, You ain't never did nothing with cream of mushroom. Put cream of mushroom in ChatGPT, put it in TikTok or wherever you Google, wherever you use, be like recipes with this. And 9 times out of 10, you can see which items or ingredients you have in your house that goes with that recipe. Or if you want to make something new, you can add it to your grocery list. Hope that helps. And it's the last thing, and we're gonna get on up out of here. Um, So the last thing I'm going over, I mean, it's my favorite thing to go over. Like, I know that I need more money, but child, the way that video blowing up on Facebook, they need to keep sharing that video. They need to keep sharing it so we can, so I can get me $200. I don't think I'll get that much, but right now, based off the video, I made $8. Then I think I probably would make more money if I was engaging with the post and sharing it and uploading stuff to my story. But I'm not on Facebook right now, so it is what it is. So I get a blank sheet and I write down all of my my bills. Cause expenses, so we'll get into that, child. So I have a list of my current 2026 expenses. That's all of my bills and their due dates, and then it's my variable expenses like eating out, transportation, groceries, entertainment. So I'm using January as my trial month to set up myself for a budget for March moving forth. Because I'm not gonna count February because I am going out of town that month. So I'm just looking at how much I spend on food, which is significantly less since one, I've been taking out 3 times, so I haven't had to pay for my food 3 times this year. Because we went grocery shopping, I've been cooking at home, so it has cut down the fast food eating out tremendously. And my hair's already taken care of, so they cut my personal care items. Speaking of that, let me pop this in real quick. Like I doubt it's a lot of men that watch my stuff. I think most of the people that watch my stuff are ladies. But I got some nails. I be collecting nails because I'm not gonna say was just because I'm not on there right now, but I am a TikTok influencer. I still have my TikTok shop up. So if you want to go and shop the shop, there is a cart. If you see something that's not on my shop, I will get back on. I mean, I didn't delete the app because TikTok could be here today, gone tomorrow. If there's something you see on TikTok and you want to get it, but it's not on my shop, tell me and I'll add it. Because that commission, whether it's 3 cents or $3, I want it all. So I've been like collectively adding press-ons because whenever I would get a free sample, if it was approved, I'm gonna get it. So this is gonna be my set that I didn't put it on my schedule, but I guess at some point I'm gonna try to do my nails. So my nail bed is a medium, and these are the nails that they sent me, and I think they're so cute. They're kind of similar, not really, but really to the that I have, meaning that it's like red. So, and they're not that long. But these bugs, I think I'm gonna gift these. These are long AF. Like, and I want to put them on, but like, who finna type on that? Like a video where it's like do long nails for 24 hours, and maybe I'll do it on my off day. But these are ones that I have, and then these are gonna be my February nails because they're pink. And they're not as long as the other one, the last ones I showed you, and they're not as short as the first ones. So, excuse me. Part of like cutting down on my personal care budget is doing my own nails. I do have an electric drill that I got from TikTok shop. Someone purchased the nail drying LED light from my Amazon wish list. If you want to bless your girl, I'm gonna plug myself everywhere. It's not saying that you have to. It's just if you feeling friendly. I do have an Amazon storefront, so you can give me something off there if you want to. I also have an Amazon book wish list, not storefront, an Amazon wish list and an Amazon book wish list. But I also have an Amazon storefront. So the same thing with TikTok shop. If you see something that you want to buy on Amazon, let me know. I will add it to my cart so that you can shop through my link and I'll get commission. That's one thing that I'm learning how to do is plug myself. Because before I'd be modest like, oh yeah, I got an Amazon storefront, but don't nobody know about it. So how you expect them to shop with you if don't nobody know? But that's the sidebar. My entertainment leisure, which is like movies, bowling, like anything that's like fun. I tend to like plan out my events in advance so I like know how much I'm going to spend. So say for instance, like if I'm trying to get ready for February, that's just an example. Like if there's a comedian coming to town, I'm like to see when the comedian gonna be there, how much the ticket's gonna be. If it's a restaurant that I want to try, I go to the website, I look at the price of the food, I try to like figure out what I want to get. Things change, may go in, maybe out of it, but like I try to get an idea of what the budget's gonna be ahead of time, so I set that for myself so I don't go over that. If I go under, that's great because that means I save money. But I have my 2026 expenses, bills, and expenses. I do get paid paycheck to paycheck, so then I just break it up paycheck to paycheck. I write whatever bills is like. So if it's, say for instance, if I just got paid this past Friday, the 16th, any bills from the 16th through the 29th will be coming from the 16th check. And then on the 30th, when I get paid again, anything from the 31st on will get covered with the 30 check. You don't want to be trying to pay a bill that was due on the 14th with your 16th check, because now you're getting taxed with late fees and things of that nature. So I put all of my bills 2 weeks after, and then when I get paid, I just adjust it. Because in my mind, I would like to pay off more on certain things, but the funds don't be funding the way they be funding some of the times. And they take out taxes and all that. You try to work overtime, and then they take a portion of that. So I pay what needs to be paid, the minimum, the most, more on others, and it get done how it get done. After I pay off my bill, I highlight it like a grown person, and I get the instant gratification and say, hey, you paid your bill today. So I tend to check my account every other day at the least, because checking your account frequently helps with identity theft. Because if you go on there and you see something was charged to your card that you didn't do yourself, you can kind of nip it in the bud the sooner it happens, versus like you checking your statement like once a month and then finding out that your card was charged for something. Be like, you just now seeing it. And that's how a lot of y'all be getting over, a lot of companies be getting over with subscriptions. They'll be charging you two subscriptions. That's the same thing. Like, why am I getting charged twice on Netflix? So if I'll give you some homework today, if you like trying to create a budget, or you've never had a budget, because some of y'all pay y'all bills and whatever's left, it's free game. You go shopping on Amazon, you go to the movies, you go out to eat, etc. If you pay for if you pay for subscriptions, I challenge you or encourage you to go check and make sure that you're only getting charged once. If there's any subscriptions haven't used, and I'll say the last 3 months, you to let it go. Like if you haven't been to the gym in the last 3 months, you like, oh, new year, new me. Now, if you started going back this month, you need to go for at least the first 3 months to keep it. If you go this month and you fall off and you haven't pulled back up since March, cancel it. Take the money times it by 12, how much you would have paid for a year, and put it to your savings. And that's how you can find out. Because people are like, I can't save no money. I don't have no money to save. But then like you're just giving money to the gym and not going. I'm a not a victim. That has been me too. Like I did make it back to the gym, but there's been times where I didn't go for 3 or 4 months in advance, or I went like once every 2 months and was like, I'm only paying $20. Like, it's fine as long as I go once. Like, no ma'am, either cancel it or go. And I started going. Savings. If you want to save money, I encourage you to get a high yield savings account. I did a video about it, but basically it's an online savings account where you get interest back on your money. A lot of them is like 3.5, 4.2. I don't know what the high is right now, but they'll give you interest back on your money. It takes like 5 minutes to sign up. You can use Discover, Discover, American Express, Capital One, Marcus, Ally, SoFi. It's so many. Just do your research, pick one, and set up an automatic pay. So every time you get paid, every 2 weeks, every month, every twice a month, you have a set amount that goes to your high yield savings account. Okay. And then I'm starting my debt snowball tracker. I'm starting my debt snowball next month. Probably not to March, because I'm not saying that I want to splurge in February because I'm going out of town. I just want to make sure that I have the funds to do what I want to do while I'm out of town, and then like all the aggressive funds I'll be doing in March. But I've list my debts from smallest to largest. I plan on paying off 2 cars this year. So I'll just basically make my minimum payments on the other cards and put a little bit more money towards the smallest one till I paid it off, and then it'll roll over. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. And that's how I do my budget, and that's what I do for my weekly schedule live. I did the same thing last week. We're doing it here this week. If you came a little late, hi, welcome. We went over the meal plan for this week. We went over like our outings for this week. How many books I plan to read. I want to bake at least once every week or once every other week. So this week we're making oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I haven't done cookies this week. I've mostly been focusing on cupcakes, and I probably should stick to cupcakes, but I want to make some cookies this week. I got my gym days. I got what I'm gonna make to eat. Got my coffee. We're having a virtual vision board party this Saturday, and yeah, I will definitely be back on Sunday, 10:30/10:45, 11 the latest. And this is what we do every week. I hope I gave you some insight, whether it's something you learned about, like how to save during groceries, something about budgeting. I don't see any questions in the live, so I'm going to leave you to have a great night. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to join me. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next week. Yeah.